Hi, dear attendees. Thanks for joining. Thanks to the first attendees. My name is 𝘗𝘢𝘪𝘥, and I will be today the co-host/co-moderator of the webinar. So I will start with my short presentation from my side. As always, we do this during this kind of subject webinars. I'll have a small presentation, and then we have several guests from German universities who will introduce to you their study programs. Also, after my short presentation, I will quickly put it in the chat that you can use the Q&A button to get in touch with us in terms of sending us your questions. It is open already, will be open throughout the webinar for around 1 hour. And then your questions will be addressed either in the written form or live by one of our guests. That's why stay tuned and your question will definitely be answered. So let me now share with you my screen shortly. Just a second. All right. So here we are. Okay, the umbrella topic for today is studying MBA in Germany. And here is the agenda for today. We will start with Katrina, who will talk about MBA European Film Business and Law from University of Potsdam. We'll then move to Berlin, ESMT Berlin. Christoph Wunderlich is with us, and he will introduce to you study program part-time MBA. And then we'll move to Pforzheim. We have Tanya Solobrino, Janina Walter with us, and they will also introduce the MBA study program in international management. So we'll get back to them very soon. But shortly, who is behind today's webinar? Very briefly to tell you that, when you are trying to find English taught study programs in Germany, then our name will definitely pop up there. It's My German University, and we are Germany's largest database when it comes to English taught study programs. We have over 2,800 degree programs right now listed in our database, both on bachelor and master's level, and most of them are in English. Most of them are in English only, but at least mostly in English. All of them are, so our main goal is to help international students to find their way towards studying in Germany. And we do this in 3 key ways. One is through our study finder. You can see now on your screens our study finder, a small version of it, but when you go to mygermanuniversity.com and you click on study finder, you will be able to see all of the versions, all of the filters that study finder is able to offer you. You can find programs according to degree level, according to discipline, of course, according to the location, even according to the mode of admission, application mode, etc., etc. Lots of details there, which will make your search for the program much more time efficient. Also, we have various articles on different topics regarding studying in Germany. We have over 150 comprehensive articles on different topics. It can be scholarships in Germany, it can be APS certificate if you need one, or blocked accounts, rankings, domestic, international, and so on and so forth. A lot of topics, all for free, and we do really deep dive into those articles. I will kindly ask you to take a look whenever you have time. And also we have over approximately 150 webinars per year on different topics. It can be general webinars, on general studying in Germany webinar, Uni Assist webinar, scholarships webinar, and so on and so forth. And we also, of course, have subject webinars where we talk about specific subjects. And we have guests from German universities who introduce to you their study programs. Our team is, we are based in Hamburg in Germany, but we are also all over Germany and all over the world. That's why we are counseling in different languages. When you go to our study finder, to our database, you will be able to find around 160 degree programs which are in the field of MBA, and you can see most of them are in English only. In those cases, it means that you do not have to know any German to get into those programs, and in most cases also to successfully complete those programs, which is a very good opportunity for internationals who are not that good yet with German. Also, we have specific subject pages per each subjects where you can find general information, for example, regarding the rankings of universities that are offering subjects in this discipline, the tuition fee ranges that you should expect if you want, for example, to study MBA in Germany, and various requirements. So this is a very nice first step towards opening like a bigger picture for yourself. Also, there are two key types of universities in Germany, so to say. First is called Universität type of university. In English, it's called just university. And the second one is called University of Applied Sciences. In German, has some variations, like, for example, Hochschule, Fachhochschule, are some of those variations. And the key difference on a general level is in focus between these two universities. When we are talking about Universität type of university, we are more talking about research and theory in general. And in case of University of Applied Sciences, we are more talking about application and practice. So on the general level again. So, when you're searching for the programs using our study finder, I would like to suggest you to be flexible with your wording, so that you make sure that you are aware of all the opportunities that Germany is able to offer you based on your background, based on your interests and career aspirations. And by doing that, by keeping this flexibility, you will drastically increase your chances of making the right decision, right choice of the study program, which is one of the most crucial steps towards your successful career. Okay, that being said, let us now move to Potsdam, University of Potsdam. I mean, you can see that European Film, Business and Law MBA program is a combination of several institutions here. On the left-hand side, you can see that University of Potsdam is involved, Film University Babelsberg, Konrad Wolf is involved, Erich Pommer Institute is involved. So you can see where location is also on the map. Katrina will tell you much more about that, of course, about the details, and more about location maybe also. So yeah, she will now talk about MBA European Film, Business and Law. Please, Katrina, take the floor.
Thank you, Georgie. So I will share my screen. I hope it will work. Yeah, hope everyone can see this. So yeah, my name is Katrina Miola, and I'm the project manager of the European Film Business and Law LLM and MBA program. Together with me today, there is also my colleague Laura Spijkers. She's the coordinator of the program. As also Giorgio already said, in this program, there are three institutions involved: the University of Potsdam, the Film University Babelsberg Konrad Wolf, and Erich Pommer Institute, for which me and Laura are working actually. That's because the program, as also the title can tell you, it's a joint degree program. And therefore the two universities are involved. Also because when you decide to apply for the MBA, the LLM, or the double degree program, there is a different type of enrollment. So MBA students will be officially enrolled at the Film University Babelsberg. The LLM students will be enrolled at the University of Potsdam, and who wants to do a double degree will be first enrolling on one university, complete the first degree, and then enroll in the second university and complete the second degree. However, in each cases, the degree consists of 120 credit points, so it's 2 full years when it's done in a standard way. So the duration of a regular study is 4 semesters, so basically 2 years. But it is possible also to do a part-time program, which consists of 6 semesters. However, the difference between full-time and part-time in our program doesn't change the quantity of modules that you will be completing, and also how the modules are structured, and also on how the program is structured itself, because in both cases, our classes are always happening mainly on Friday and Saturdays. This will allow also a professional who are still working to study on the side. And we have more or less 40 days of classes, because each module consists of always of 4 days, and you will have to complete 10 modules in terms of lectures. But then I will explain in a bit how the program is officially structured. As you can see in the format, this is an extra-occupational type of study, meaning that it is aimed at professionals, people who are already working, or are even maybe they are not working, but still they want to keep a bit of flexibility in their study life. It is mainly online. However, we have 2 inside study weeks in Potsdam at Babelsberg, so really near also the Babelsberg studios. The program is fully in English, as also said at the beginning of this session. And it is possible to apply either with a company or not. This has an impact on the project module that is on the 3rd semester. I will explain this also in a bit. Who are our main target group? We are mainly focusing and addressing to film and TV professional, lawyers in the audiovisual or entertainment industry. However, this program is not only addressed to them, so every person who's also fulfilling the requirements to access the program is highly welcome and can join in the program. Our application period has already started and will continue until July the 31st, so you still have time. And the program starts always in October, so we only have one group starting each year, so we don't have any start in the summer or spring semester, but we always start in winter semester. To apply, you will have to go on our website, ap.media/filmmaster. So here about the prerequisites for admission into our program. In this case, I will focus only on the MBA part. To access the MBA program, you need to have completed a higher education degree with at least 180 credit points, which consists normally on a bachelor degree, but anything that is equivalent should be okay. And you need to have at least 1 year of professional activity that is recognized by maybe your employer with some cover letter, references, or if you have had mainly freelancing experience, but you have registered your company or your activity on the Chamber of Commerce, that's also a proof of your professional activity. And to access the program, you need to have at least a C1 level of English. Also very important to apply as an MBA student and being enrolled then at the Film University Babelsberg is that you get your certificates and degrees certified or approved by UniAssist. UniAssist is a portal, a German portal that analyzes all the documents and check that they are equivalent to the German system, and also find to which kind of grading system is the closest to the German one. So basically, when you decide to apply for our program, we recommend also to do this quite in advance to start this request of the Prüfungsdokumentation or preliminary review documentation. It's quite easy. You can go on the UniAssist portal. They have also a very easy and explained graphics on how it works. Usually it takes between 4 and 6 weeks to get the final result, basically this document. However, if you in the meantime want to already apply for our program, you can send us the receipt that you have applied for UniAssist. So here, coming to our structure of the program, it's a bit dense in terms of graphic. However, this is just to give you also a bit an insight of the contents of our program. As I was saying at the beginning, our program is a joint program. So there is a combination of MBA and LLM. So LLM consists of it's a Master of Law. That's because our interest is to give a unique insight of both economical and legal aspects of the European film industry. And so the program is also structured into basic modules and in-depth modules. In the basic modules, all students from both programs, so MBA and LLM programs, are studying together and will get a common ground so that it is possible also for them to interact. So we go through the overview of the European film and TV industry from both economical and legal aspects. We go on more subjects that are very specific of MBA programs, such as managing organization, leadership, and communication. And then we have also some more modules focusing more on financing and contracting. Then in the second semester, you will go in depth in the MBA specific modules. So you will have 3 specific modules that are related to executive strategies, economics, and marketing. And then on top of this, you will have to choose a module of the LLM in-depth modules. So that you will have also a 360 degrees overview and view and insight of the European film industry. This is the first year. So first year is basically focusing on lectures. And then in the second year, so in the third and fourth semester, you will work more autonomously. First, in the third semester on the project module. Project module is not an internship, is more working in groups on an innovative project together with a company. The company is either one of the company partner of the program, or in case you decide to apply in the study program with your own company, you can complete the project module within your company. And then, last but not least, the fourth semester is dedicated to your master thesis. So that's it. So about how the program is structured, this is more or less an idea, an example of how our calendar is structured in terms of lectures. As you can see here in red, these are our basic modules. We have, usually we split each module in 2 blocks, always on Fridays and Saturdays. And when we have the in-presence week, we have all the days one after the other. So usually we put one at the beginning of the first semester and the other one at the end of the second semester, so that the students are going to meet in Babelsberg more or less once a year. And then in the second semester here in light blue and dark blue, these are like the in-depth modules. And here in our calendar, we always put or mark the 2 main festivals in Europe, Berlinale and Cannes, because usually we won't put any class in this period because some of our students or our experts and professors are going to these festivals. Coming to cost and financing, the tuition fee in 2024 for our program is 21,000 a year and is including all the costs for the entire study. It is possible to pay also in installments, and the sum will be a bit higher, so 23,000 in total, because it will be structured in 5 installments. However, we have an early bird fee until April the 30th, so you will get a 1,000 euro discount. And in terms of installment payment, is also possible to customize your plan. So according to your needs, we can discuss and see what's the best option for you. On top of this, there is a semester fee that has to be paid directly to the enrollment university. So in your case, in case of MBA program, to the Film University of Babelsberg. In case you decide also to do a second degree, so both MBA and LLM, there will be a waiver on the second tuition fee. Internally at AP, we assign one scholarship of 50% the tuition fee. And then we support the students who need also extra documents when applying to local and national funding bodies. So you can always contact us in that regard. And in case you already studied at the University of Potsdam by any chance, or at the Film University, there is also a 10% discount on the tuition fee. So what are the benefits of studying at AP? First of all, the key competencies in demand. Our program is designed to give the crucial and important insights on the ever-changing audiovisual industry, keeping in mind also all the all the challenges and also new aspects that are every year coming up in the market. It is a recognized degree, so you will officially have a master degree and joint master degree from the University of Potsdam and Film University Babelsberg that is officially recognized internationally. You will have access to our also AP network that consists of a big pool of industry experts and former students. We also organize alumni meetings with the alumni of the different programs that we have at the 𝘱𝘀𝘀𝘀 Institute, which is not only offering a master program, but also more shorter format courses. And then you will have also insight and the knowledge given by academic experts and professors, but also top-notch professional of the film industry and of the legal panorama. We are working with partners from major law firms that are working in the entertainment business, so you will also learn from them. And last but not least, you can easily combine your studies with your work and also with your private life. So that's also a key point in our program. Yes, so I think I'm done. I hope I didn't go through too much over my time. And if you have any question, you can contact me or Laura. We are here and happy to answer your questions also after this meeting.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Katrina, for your presentation. All perfectly fine. No worries. Also regarding timing. Perfect. Thank you very much. And let us move now to our next speaker. Not too far away, actually, very close. ESMT Berlin. Christoph Wunderlich now will talk about part-time MBA study program. Please, Christoph.
Thank you for having me. Let me share my screen. Okay. I hope you can see it.
Yes, we can.
Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're right. So we are not that far away from Potsdam. First of all, I would like to introduce the ESMT to you. Where are we located? And then later on, I go over to the part-time MBA. My name is Christoph Wunderlich. I'm the digital marketing manager at ESMT. I've been working in the marketing team for 1 year now. And let's start with the ESMT or the location of the ESMT. So as you can see, we are right in the heart of Berlin. We're not far away from the Tiergarten, from the Charité, and from the TV Tower. So in the heart of the so-called startup hub, Berlin. And on the right-hand side, you see this old building. This is a fun fact from my side. It's the former 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘷𝘦𝘳𝘴𝘪𝘯𝘨. So it's a kind of it's a building that is under monumental protection and was actually the location of the GDR government. So honestly, at the time of the GDR, it was actually a symbol of dictatorship and political separation. And today is actually kind of the opposite. So we have a bunch of people from all over the world, and we educate them to spread all over the world and to spread the knowledge from the ESMT. On the next slide, ESMT, you see the full name. ESMT, the name is European School of Management and Technology. And how were we founded? So our strengths are leaderships, innovation, and analytics. We were founded in 2020 in 2002, so we were a quite young university or business school, and we were founded by the biggest international German companies at this time. And at this time, many companies were a little bit, or the German companies like Allianz or Airbus, DHL, Bosch, or Deutsche Bank were a little bit dissatisfied with the quality of MBA students in Germany. And then they figured out, honestly, we don't really have a business school that is focused on management and technology. We had at this time only the Frankfurt business school in finance and management, but as you can see, it was only focused on finance. And so they founded this company, and we founded a so-called ESMT community network that all students can benefit from when they study at ESMT. Another fact is that we are triple crowned. We have a triple crown accreditation. Only 1% of the business schools globally have this triple crown. That means that the education you can get at the ESMT is really highly recognized, and it's one of the best education that you can get in terms of management in Europe and worldwide. Other facts that are benefits of the ESMT are, for example, we have a modern and relevant curricula with opportunities to tailor each program to your interests. What does it mean to tailor? I get into depth later on based on the part-time MBA. We have a really strong international focus. So we have a lot of international study options and really highly international cohorts, highly international classes. With the part-time MBA or with all other degree programs that we provide, you can really step forward in your career. So you can transform your career basically in terms of leadership development, and you get hands-on experience in all of our programs. Study at ESMT also means to really study at Germany's leading business schools. We have a huge ESMT alumni network, not only this company network, but also an alumni network. We are a world-class faculty, and as I said, we are triple accredited. And besides the part-time MBA, so we have different degree programs. So when it comes to master, for example, you can study a master in global management. This is more or less more classical. Then we have master in innovation and entrepreneurship, master in artificial intelligence. So you can see these three strengths. So innovation, analytics, and management are always a layer in all programs. And when you have more, for example, already a master program, or you have more job experience, then of course you can choose between full-time MBA, part-time MBA, the global online MBA, and executive MBA. The part-time MBA is a blended format program that allows you to level up your career while you work. So you can start applying what you have learned straight away. So that means this is a 2-year part-time, as a 2-year MBA program that starts in September and focuses on general management and business innovation. And that means it is perfect for people, for example, who have a career at the moment, who don't want to leave their job and would like to get advance in their career while working. Or, for example, when you are on parental leave or maternity leave or stuff like this, or you have a part-time job, so then it's perfect for you to do everything at once, because whenever you learn something at the ESMT, and because of this hands-on and practical-oriented learning experience, you can always apply this in your job. It's divided into online and in-person sessions. So it's 75% online and 25% in-person. That means these in-person sessions contain 14 14 residencies. So residencies means you spend only 28 working days away from the office. And that means all the sessions, most of the sessions start on Thursday lunchtime and go to Sunday afternoon, so you don't lose so much of the time for your work. And for example, among the residencies, the first residency is 1 week, right at the beginning of the start of the program, and then you have another week, for example, abroad at the end of the studies, where you prepare your field study with other students. And yeah, and because of this internationality, you have a strong possibility to network. And this networking actually starts right at the beginning. And what you can see on the right-hand side, this is there are some facts about our current part-time MBA class. So we have classes of maximum 50 students. So we don't want to have more, because we would like to make it more familiar. Networking in a smaller cohort is easier, and it makes it more familiar. So if you're a person, for example, who doesn't like to be exposed, and you want to learn in isolation, then maybe learning at ESMT or studying at ESMT is not the right fit. So we have 32 at the moment in our part-time MBA class. The average age is 32, and they come from different nationalities, so 26. So when you have 50 people or 40 people, you have a lot of from all over the world, from Brazil, of course, some from Germany, and from different industries. That is also a good a USP for this part-time MBA. So what you get is not only a networking possibility. So you always have, whenever you learn, you have the theory, of course, but you always, all students are supposed to contribute with their own different perspectives, because you have a different cultural perspective. You have 26 nationalities, and you have 26 different market perspectives. And in every course, everyone is supposed to contribute. So it's really an interesting experience for you that is not only focused on theory, so you get really hands-on experience and perspectives. And one highlight is, for example, the GNAM week. The GNAM week is the Global Network and Advanced Management Week. This is an optional an option that you can choose during the program. So this is kind of a week that you where you stay in a partner university, for example, in Sweden or in the US or in the UK, or and you work together and you take courses abroad and work together with international students, not only in your own program, but also in other business schools abroad. Then we have this international field seminar. This is mandatory at the end. This is like you go, for example, last year we were in Singapore, for example, where students had to do a project. They get insights of companies there. They get to know their problems, their strength, their and they dive really deep into the challenges of these companies. And based on this information and of these insights, you build your own project together with other students. And of course, you have multiple elective options. This is what I meant when I say you tailor your program. This you can see in the next slide. First of all, some words about the hub. So when I say blended format, that means 25 or 75% is online. And how does it work? So online means you're working with, it's called the hub. It's a world-leading online hub. It's created for specialized business school education. And it's one of the best we have, I think, globally, because it's created by the Future of Management Alliance, and ESMT is also a member of this alliance. So we work together with international business schools, and we share information, we share content, we share surveys. We always try to update the hub concerning new market the challenges, etc. So you always learn the latest the latest things. And of course, the hub is also a module to use for the global network and for Advanced Management Week. This is a week that you have to apply for in your electives, and if you are not accepted, then you can do it also online in this hub, and then you work together with other universities online in groups, maybe with a Spain IE business school, and you do some projects, you're attending personal development courses, etc. Now some words about the timeline, the schedule. So as I said, the part-time MBA is a really intense 24-month program, and we combine general management with business innovation. So meaning intense means you have to work, you do it while working. So we would recommend to use at least 15 hours per week, but it can be more. To be honest, it can be more. So you start with a preparation. It's divided kind of in two parts. The first part, the first year, is something preparation, foundation, and pillars and structure. These are areas where you learn the foundation of the MBA. So the focus is general management. You learn things about decision-making, financial management, people and teams accounting, all the stuff that actually a solid MBA program expects. And you start this program with a one week in Berlin. So this is an on-site event. So you get to know each other, you get to know Berlin, you get to know your people, you're creating teams that you work together, that you work with or learn with. And in the second part, when it comes to connections, M6, this is or even in M5, in the monetization period, you get the opportunity to choose your electives, and you learn more about innovation in general. So for example, you learn a lot of entrepreneurship, new business creation, and you can choose the electives. As I said, the GM week. This is 1 week where you really get deep insights of a company abroad. And at the end, you do a project. We're not doing really a thesis at the end. It's more or less a project that you have to do. And honestly, you don't need to be concerned to fail, because even at the end of the project that you're doing, you are guidanced a little bit. So you get personal improvement courses, or you can attend these improvement courses about the fact about which idea I can do this project. How can I proceed? How can I structure this project? And mostly these projects are based on current problems or challenges in your own company. So as I said, you can always apply the knowledge that you learn in your own company, in your own job. And during the part-time MBA, you get always support by the Career Development Center, meaning this is a center or a department that tries to guidance you. For example, when it comes to the final project, but you can also attend personal development courses, and you can attend, of course, a career fair. For example, we have career fairs at the university itself, where a lot of bigger companies or smaller companies present themselves, and you get the opportunity to contact them and to get to know each other. And we have a lot of alumni who worked for the founder companies, for example, already, or who found the right fit in these careers. But it doesn't mean that you go there and you get a job because of being at the ESMT. So you should have a motivation and to convince these people that are presenting themselves at these career fairs. What do you need to apply for a part-time MBA? The admissions criteria seem to be pretty strict, but to be honest, we have a kind of an holistic approach to the topic application. So at first of all, we are looking for a person with an excellent analytical ability, with an international outlook. You should have at least 3 years of professional work experience. Should have a bachelor degree or a master degree. Then we have a look on your degree, on your grades. You should complete the application process. 2 professional recommendations are required, and we also require a admissions test. And there are different admissions tests, the GMAT, and for example, we also, the ESMT has an own, it's called BAT, and we try to prove your English language. But as I said, it's not set in stone. So we have this holistic approach. Before you send out all the material to us, we have a call anyways with you, an interview with you. This takes 30 minutes, and we get to know you. And this is really important for us. Every applicant will be proved from a different perspective. So maybe, for example, when it comes to the online MBA or the part-time MBA, it's not necessarily mandatory to do this application test, for example, or to have a test score, or to do this admissions test, because but this is only when you have already studied STEM degrees like mathematics or mathematics analytical studies or subjects like this. Then you don't necessarily need an admissions test, unless your grades are not that good. Then we are a little bit, maybe we would like to ask you to do this test. And when it comes, for example, to the proof of your English language, and you can prove that so when you are a native speaker, then of course you don't need the test. But when you can prove that you worked in a company for at least 1 year that uses English regularly, or you studied an English speaking subject, or you were living abroad in an English speaking country, then you don't need a test. And honestly, we can see and can prove it during this interview. If it goes smoothly, then we know, okay, his English is excellent, or it works for the studies, and then you don't need to do this test. So the next deadline is for round 3. So the application process is already running since February, and the next deadline for the third round is June 10. So there you can get an additional discount or scholarship of 1,000 euros, and the final deadline is August 19. And then you can start, if you're accepted, then you can start the part-time MBA in September 2024. Yeah, this is from my side. If you have questions, you can Whenever you have questions, you can directly send an email to degrees@esmt.org, or you just go to our website, to Part-Time MBA. There we have other FAQs, and you can get a deep dive into the timetable, schedule, curriculum, etc. Yeah, this is from my side. Then move over to the next one.
Great. Thank you, Christoph. Thank you for your presentation. And yeah, let's indeed move to our next presentation. Let us now move to the south of Germany, Pforzheim University. We'll talk about, not we, but our guests will talk about MBA, International Management. Tanya and Janina are with us for that reason. So please go ahead whenever you're ready.
Yeah, hello everybody. Welcome also from my side. My name is 𝘱𝘢𝘕. I'm the admissions coordinator, and I would be the first point of contact for all candidates who are interested in an MBA with us at Pforzheim University. So yeah, as Georgie just said, we are located in Southwest Germany in the federal state of Baden-Württemberg. And the city of Pforzheim is a mid-sized city located between Stuttgart and Karlsruhe. And we are also very close to the border of France, Switzerland, and Austria, which allows for nice travel opportunities as well while you're studying with us. And actually, it takes about 3.5 hours to travel to Paris via train, for example. Pforzheim is also well known for its proximity or its gateway to the Black Forest, which is a beautiful nature area and also very nice for weekend activities.
We brought some impressions along for you to give you a better idea of Pforzheim. As Janina mentioned, we are close to the Black Forest area, which means that you can go for nice hikes during your leisure time. You can even go skiing close by in winter. And Pforzheim is located along 3 rivers. So we have many coffee shops and restaurants along the riverbanks. And Pforzheim is also well known as the city of gold, because we have a huge jewelry industry here in Pforzheim. With the next slide, we want to give you a better idea of our region. Pforzheim is located in a very strong, economically very strong region, where you will find lots of well-known global players like SAP, for example, or Bosch. And of course, the automotive industry with Daimler and Porsche. But there are also many mid-sized companies that we call hidden champions, because many of them are global leaders in their respective industry. Many of them are also traditional family businesses, and they form the strong backbone of the economy in southwest of Germany.
So next, we want to provide a short overview of Pforzheim University, its history, and the study programs here. So actually, it all started back in 1877 when the School of Design was founded, and later it got joined by the School of Engineering and then the Business School. Our business school was founded in 1963, so we look back on more than 60 years of experience already. Today, the business school has around 3,500 students who are being taught by 97 professors, and we have around 100 partner universities all across the world. And when it comes to internationality, we also have around 900 international students who come from over 70 nations all across the world too. In total, the Business School Pforzheim today has more than 17,000 graduates, and they come from 14 bachelor programs and 12 master programs. Of those, there are actually 2 MBA programs. One is an executive part-time MBA, which is taught in German. And then there is our MBA in International Management, which is a full-time program and fully taught in English. Very important to know about the Business School Pforzheim is its ASCSB accreditation, which was first achieved in 2011 and has since been reaccredited twice.
Now here we have
we have put together a couple of information points about our MBA program, which is open to candidates from all different backgrounds. You can either start in the winter semester, which would be October, if you want to do the 21 months full-time MBA. This is for candidates from all backgrounds. So the MBA runs over four semesters then. For those of the candidates who are holding a business background already, they will be able to join in the second semester only and do 16 months short track, which starts in March. The course language of our MBA in International Management is English, and our education is based on two pillars. Firstly, the general management education, and secondly, a specialization in innovation management and digital business, as well as sustainable globalization. In the second and the third semester, our students are able to choose from a variety of electives in the fields of marketing, finance and accounting, big data and artificial intelligence, recent developments in management, and in business transformation. We are a really very, very personal program, so we only take in a maximum of 25 students per year. This allows us very close contact to our students with this very low faculty-student ratio, and our professors do know the individual students and really support them right from the start. We offer integrated German classes on all levels to our students, and the professors that are teaching in our program are practically very experienced. Since we are a university of applied sciences, all of the professors need to have worked at least for 5 years in the industry, most of them in senior management positions or as senior executives. The tuition fees are compared to other MBA programs rather low, with 4,400 euros per semester. This is because we are part of a public university.
Now we would like to take a look with you at our MBA curriculum, which we recently updated to be an even better match to current developments in the business world. So as Tanya mentioned, we have 2 intakes. One is for candidates from all backgrounds, which would start in the winter semester. And in this first semester, we cover all the foundational courses for everyone who hasn't done any business studies before, and they will get the chance to cover, for example, foundations in accounting and finance, foundations in marketing, in economics, etc. Also, candidates who have already done a business degree, they are very welcome to join this semester to brush up their knowledge and to get the full 4-semester MBA experience. In the second semester, with our March intake, is when candidates with a previous business degree may join. And here we dive deep into our focus topics, which are innovation, digital business, and sustainable globalization. And we also start with our first elective courses. The electives are an important element of our MBA, since it allows everybody to focus on their own career goals and interests. This is why then in the third semester, we have an even broader variety of electives. And here we have, for example, a company project, which is a real-life project with an actual company in the region. And this runs for a full semester and is supervised by one of our professors. In this elective field, we also have options in accounting and finance, in big data and artificial intelligence, in marketing, and we also have electives from other fields which cover recent developments in management and business transformation. This third semester also offers the opportunity for our students to spend the semester at one of our partner universities. This is optional for international students, but could be a nice opportunity to get an even deeper international study experience. Then last, in the 4th semester is when our students write their thesis, and this can be either done in cooperation with a company or independently on a topic of their own. And throughout the MBA semesters, we have what we call the company experience, which allows a great networking opportunity for all of our students. And this is when we have guests in classroom, and we have alumni events, but also, and very important, we do company visits in the region and throughout Germany. And also throughout the program, we offer German language classes on all levels. So no matter where you would start with your German language skills, you could take classes on all levels, starting from A1 and ranging to C1. And all of our MBA courses are taught in English, but we want to encourage everybody also to use the opportunity to learn German while they are with us. Then now we want to quickly go through our MBA admission process and the application requirements. And yeah, first of all, since we are a master program, we will require everybody to have completed a previous undergraduate degree on a bachelor level. And then also an important requirement is the GMAT or the GRE test. And we do have the option for a GMAT waiver for candidates with a very good CGPA of the first degree. And everybody who would like to get their eligibility checked in advance, please feel free to reach out to me and we're happy to do a free pre-check. Then, since we are an English taught program, we will ask for proof of English language skills, which can be either done through the TOEFL or the IELTS test. Or if candidates have completed their previous study degree in English language, we will also accept that medium of instruction. Then also we will require previous work experience. So we will need at least 2 years of full-time professional work experience after the first university degree. And then further application documents would be a motivation letter and 1 essay on extracurricular activities. Once all documents have been submitted through our online application platform, we will invite the candidates for an interview, which either can take place on site for candidates who are in Germany already, or online via MS Teams. And then for our application deadlines, we actually have 2 for each intake. So this would depend on your residence or visa status. So for our winter intake, the deadlines would be June 15th for everybody who needs to apply for a student visa, or July 31st for those who are EU residents already. And for our March intake, those deadlines would be December 15th or January 31st, respectively. And for the visa application process, we will provide support from our side where possible, and we will guide you through the process as well.
Now, you might ask what's so special about the MBA in International Management at Pforzheim University. As Janina mentioned before, we do have intense collaborations with companies. We bring them either on campus into classrooms so that those CEOs and senior executives can meet with our students, or we go and visit different companies. Definitely what we do offer is contact to the big players, to the mid-sized companies of the region. And we put up many, many possibilities for networking with those companies, who many of them might be future employers of our graduates. Another thing that we are very strong at is the cross-cultural experience that starts in classroom already, since our students come from all over the world, and is not limited to that, but also is extended to our visiting professors that come from the US, from South Africa, the UK, Peru, or Canada, who teach different classes in our program, So that allows to give our students a different perspective on how management is taught in different countries. As Janina mentioned, our students are also able to do an exchange semester in the 3rd semester, or even do a double degree with the 𝘗𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘪𝘯𝘨 in Lisbon, Portugal. We brought a couple of alumni along as testimonials for our program. So there's Sally, for example, who liked the company visits and the guest lectures. She was able to do an internship and write her master thesis with Puma, and this is where she landed up afterwards, after graduating from our program. Franco from Brazil, he developed his business acumen and built a complete network from scratch here in Germany. And he also enjoyed being involved with different cultures in classroom. Brian from the US, he's praising the outstanding academic and professional backgrounds of our professors that, like he thinks, prepared our students well for rapidly changing and increasingly interconnected business environment. Natalie from Ecuador, she has a great passion for innovation and new technologies. And the MBA in Pforzheim allowed her to gain fundamental knowledge and skills to effectively design and develop services. For Andre in Romania, the MBA offered the possibility to do internships in Munich and Frankfurt, and he was also writing his master's thesis with Allianz Global Investors. And after his graduation, he started working in Germany. Gabriela from Mexico as well. She praises the academic quality and the accreditations that our MBA program has. And of course, also the cooperation with universities around the world, because she herself was able to spend a semester abroad in France.
Now, towards the end of our presentation, we would also tell you a little bit more about student life in Pforzheim. And here, very important, of course, is the question of accommodation. Actually, the city of Pforzheim is still comparatively easy when it comes to finding student housing. So we still want to provide support for our students. So we will share a housing list with all of our accepted candidates. And this housing list shows, for example, the student dormitories, but also the options on the regular housing market in Pforzheim. A room in a student dorm in Pforzheim costs around 280 euros a month. And there are many other housing opportunities available. For example, a shared apartment where students share an apartment with some other students. In total, the living costs in Pforzheim can be estimated with around 700 euros a month. And also for the student life in Pforzheim, the university offers a student transportation ticket, which is included in the student ID card. And this allows free travel all across the city of Pforzheim and the surrounding area. In the first weeks of the program, the university and we, the MBA program, offer a variety of welcoming sessions and offers. So first of all, for all candidates who don't know any German yet, we have a pre-semester German language class on A1 level, which takes place, for example, in September before the actual lecture period starts. So anyone will get a chance to take an A1 course within an intensive 4 weeks period. During the arrival week, there will be a guided city tour of Pforzheim, for example, but this is also the time when the student initiatives introduce themselves. And this is also a nice networking opportunity with students from all other study programs. And as part of our integration package, we also have a buddy program where we connect all newly accepted students with a buddy student from the current MBA batch.
Now, one important question is how to find a job after graduation, since most of our graduates are planning to stay in Germany after their studies. Pforzheim University and our MBA do offer application trainings to our students because applications in Germany might differ from their home countries. We do have our own career center, which supports our students when they are applying with different companies, and they also have job offers there on their platform. They do organize meet-master events as well as career afternoons. This is when different companies come onto campus to meet our students. Our students are able to hand in their CVs, get in contact with important people from HR department, for example, so that they can find out what those companies are looking for. We do also have job posts here on our career network, and once a semester we have a huge campus fair where 60+ different companies are coming to campus to meet our students and network with them. For the last 4 years, we've been running a mentoring program, which is quite successful. This means that we are matching a current student with one of our alumni, and the alumni support our students during the studies, but also later on when it comes to the job hunt. They give them vital hints and tips, and also how to settle in Germany. So this is a very vital part of our program. The networking events we mentioned before, so we have a huge alumni meeting each and every semester, and we also meet our alumni for a meeting when we are on excursion and traveling through Germany. We make sure to meet the alumni that work in the region, and like that, many of them are door openers for finding jobs for our students. On that last slide, I want to quickly present to you and introduce to you the rest of our MBA program. Janina is responsible for admissions. Then we have our program director, Professor Harald Strothmann, and the professor who's responsible for company contacts and projects would be Professor Markus Oliver Schwab. If you're planning to go for a semester abroad, then you would contact 𝘱𝘢𝘪𝘥𝘪𝘯𝘨, the coordinator of international programs, and Heide and Wenke. They are responsible that everything runs smoothly in our program. Below, you can also see the contact data, so don't hesitate to get in contact with us or follow us on LinkedIn to keep on track with all the news about our program and with all the different events that are happening here. Thank you very much for your attention, and I think the stage is yours now to ask all your questions. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Tanya. Thank you very much, Janina. And yeah, let us quickly open the floor. We have a couple of minutes left, and there are 3 questions that I would like to ask you. And thank you everyone who participated in the Q&A already and addressed some of the questions. Let me start with this one. It's a general question. If a document is lacking by the time of the application deadline, do applicants have a chance to submit it a bit later? So let me start with EPI.
Yeah.
What would you say?
So yeah, that's not a problem. So applicants can send also missing documents per email to us also after submitting the application. Important is that everything gets to us by the time of, like, I would say mid-August maximum, but usually we try always to have all the documents before by the deadline of the application, but we are flexible on some, extra documents when it's a proof from a former employer or this kind of things, or if they have taken an exam for the English language certificate, then sometimes that takes some time, but yeah.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you very much. Christoph, what would you say?
Yeah, I would say there's nothing to add. So same at ESMT. So in some cases, for example, you have to translate it when you come from countries where you don't speak English or German, then you need to translate it into English. Then it takes some time. But yeah, we are pretty flexible. So the deadline is in August, end of August, but if they can send it throughout September, it's also fine.
Perfect. Thank you. And in case of port-time?
Yeah, we're also a little bit flexible here. So first of all, we have a rolling admission process. So we always encourage candidates as soon as they have most of their documents ready to just go ahead and start the application with us. So we can check the documents early and let all students or applicants know if anything else is missing. And then documents can be also submitted a few weeks after the application deadline. But just with regard to the visa application process, it's just important that candidates don't wait too long, because otherwise just the visa process might not work out in time. This is why we have certain application deadlines, but we can allow for some flexibility here.
Great. That's very good. All three are flexible. This is not that frequent, but I'm happy with that. Of course. Next question. Do you accept third-party financing to cover the tuition fee, for example? Let me now start with Forsheim.
So actually, we will be all open to submit to support candidates who acquire third-party financing. Unfortunately, we don't offer a scholarship program from our side, but we will be happy to support wherever possible by extra documents and information when needed.
Okay, great. Thanks. EPI?
I would say actually the same answer applies for us. So we accept also third parties, and we try to support as much as possible on documentation that the third parties also might need from the candidates and from us.
Okay, perfect. And Christoph?
Same at ESMT, especially when it comes to women, for example. The women are mostly underrepresented, and we always try to get as much of the same number of women like men, but and that's why there are some scholarships, for example, concerning women, and we always try to encourage women to take these scholarships, for example, and then to apply.
Perfect. Okay, great. Thank you. And let me stay with you now, Christoph. Let me start with you. Do you expect the background of the applicants to be in specific management-related subjects?
In general, I can say no, but it's not that easy. So, for example, you're coming from a linguistic background, and you realize, oh, I would like to do a complete shift in my career. Then you should be really motivated and to convince, but nothing is impossible, I would say. When you have a career, for example, from my perspective, I studied Romance languages, and now I'm in digital marketing. So it is possible. So because in the end, it can even be a positive side effect, because it shows that you're flexible, that you're eager to learn, and this is something that we like. So so it's not impossible, but you should be really aware that you should convince us.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you. EPI?
Yeah, as I also was presenting before, we always have a target group, which is maybe more focused on the film industry. However, the program admission criteria are allowing anyone having a bachelor degree at least, and at least 1 year of experience in any field to join the program. And also for us, we try also to give in the basic modules a good understanding of the film industry. So also those who don't really have quite a full understanding of the business will get also to the level of the other students who might have a better, a more focused background in the field. So, but it's possible to join in.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I think so now it's the same question for Forsheim. I think both options were possible, mentioned by Janina, if I'm not mistaken, or Tanya, whoever would like to start.
Whatever. So we really do take in people from all different backgrounds. In our classes, there are people that study geography, lawyers, doctors. many engineers, and every now and then also people with a business background already. And that is actually what they benefit from all those diverse backgrounds. They come together in class, so they can really benefit from the different experiences that they made in their past working life. So that's even a bonus for our program, that we take in people with all different backgrounds.
Okay, great. Okay, I said 3, but now there's another 1 question left, and let me ask this and then close the close the webinar. Okay, Kate is asking, do I need to submit a recommendation letter? Just as a reminder, maybe, I think it was mentioned several times, but by everyone, but let's start with EPI. Do you need a recommendation letter, or you don't need, but it would be nice to have a recommendation letter also, like a booster for the application, so to say?
Actually not. So we don't need a recommendation letter or a motivation letter, because the program has this university standard that allows everyone to join the program. And the criteria are the other ones that are mentioned in the presentation. However, a letter is needed in case that the person wants to apply for the scholarship.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only type of letter that is needed throughout the application form. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Pforzheim?
It's nice to have. So if candidates do have a recommendation letter, please feel free to upload it together with your other application documents. However, it is not mandatory. So it's all optional, whoever has it.
Perfect. Christoph?
It's not mandatory either. So once we have doubts, for example, the grades are not that good, or the person wasn't so convincing, then we should recommend to send us a recommendation letter. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And Kate, for your last question, I think it's a bit broad one. Yeah, I mean, that's all the requirements were mentioned, but if you want to consider this specific case, I would like to ask you also to get in touch with the programs or specific program that you are referring to in this case. And then they will tell you if there is something lacking in terms of ECTS or something, or kind like something like that. And they will help you out to to find the answers and clarify your doubts. So that is what I also wanted to say here. First of all, thank you very much to our guests for your presentations and for answering the questions, both in the written form and live. Thank you for attendees for your questions and for your interest. As I said, have just mentioned for Kate, yeah, if you have any follow-up questions, that's always fine. When you digest this information and some questions might pop up, that's always welcome, I think, and you can get in touch with our guests and they will help you to find the answers. If you have general questions to us, I saw some questions regarding visa, regarding this BPD and stuff. So you can also get in touch with us and we'll help you out. First, read our articles also, because we cover these topics there. And yeah, we are also always happy to help you with that. That being said, dear attendees, good luck with your applications. Dear guests, hope to see you on our future webinars as well. Take care and bye-bye.